A single-welt pocket is a streamlined and useful addition to jackets, coats, and other garments. This classic pocket has one wide welt that conceals the opening. In Threads number 188, January 2017, we show British designer Terry Fox's easy method for making these pockets. The steps are straightforward, but it's always a good idea to make a sample with fabric scraps before working on your finished garment. Start by interfacing the pocket opening area on the wrong side. Then mark a line on the right side to indicate the pocket opening. This line also marks the welt's lower seam line. Next, create the welt. We used a 4" by 6" fabric rectangle and applied fusible interfacing to 1/2 of the wrong side. Fold it in half with right sides together, pin, then sew the short ends, trim the seam allowances, turn it right side out, and press. Mark the seam line 5/8 of an inch from the cut edges. Now, lay the welt on the garment right side with its seam line along the pocket marking and its folded edge pointing toward the garment hem. Sew along the welt seam line. Then, lay an oversized piece of pocket lining on the garment right side, centered on the welt stitching. Pin to secure. Turn the work to the wrong side and sew along the previous stitching line. Turn it right side up, fold back the pocket lining, and trim the seam allowances to 1/4 inch. From the right side, sew 3/8 of an inch from the previous stitching just beyond the welt seam allowance. Make this line 1 stitch shorter than the previous line at each end. Cut the pocket opening through the lining only. Cut between the stitching lines and make diagonal clips at each end. Turn the work over and repeat this on the garment wrong side. It's time to form the pocket bag. Begin by pushing the pocket lining to the garment wrong side through the opening you just cut. Fold the welt up to cover the opening and pull the lining out at the edges and corners. Press to flatten. Next, fold the top half of the pocket lining down. Pin the pocket bag closed. Then sew around the edges. You can make the pocket bag any size or shape you like. Trim and finish the seam allowances as desired. The final step is to edge stitch the welt ends into position. From the right side, simply sew along the welt ends. As you do so, you'll stitch through and secure the little fabric triangles on the wrong side at each pocket end. As you can see, Terry Fox's welt pocket technique is so simple, you can add this pocket type to just about any garment you like. Make it subtle or make it fancy. It's up to you.